Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today we have raids. It's a repeat raid from however long ago, who knows, but Tarantella is the raid captain, or whatever you want to call her. Here I am buying up to the weapon, our Rainian Bloom. Might as well buy it while it's in the shop. That way you're also getting potions. That's the whole thing with the difference between buying it in the shop or buying it in the Soul Forge. But deal 40 damage to an enemy, boosted by Zolcarry allies, and create a mix of 6 green and purple gems for each Zolcarry ally. But yeah, that's the difference between buying right now when it comes out in the shop and buying later on in the Soul Forge or right now in the Soul Forge. That's the difference. Because some people will be like, why would I want to spend gems on a weapon when I could go buy them with diamonds, when later on in the game you're going to have like so many diamonds you're not going to know what to do with them, and they're like worthless later on in the game. Right now they're a hot commodity. Later on they won't be diamonds. The reason is because you also get potions and all the other stuff that you get while you're buying up in the shop, so you might as well get it now for the gems, because you're going to be buying at least 1 or 2 potions anyway, and then how much does it really cost you to go till the weapon? You know what I'm saying? In all honesty, it's like 100 something gems. Don't think of the total amount of gems. Think of like how much would you buy without the weapon for the event, and and then whatever on top of that is how many gems you're really spending. But you're also getting potions and whatnot, so that's why you should buy the weapon when it first comes out in the shop. Plus, it might be a long time before it comes back around. But yeah, in this video here, sorry, went off on a tangent at the beginning. Somebody had asked me that question. But anyway, I'm going to show this team here where I just did my normal team, whatever I thought I would do with whatever troops I have. Then I'm going to show another team with no mythic, no legendary, no Dawnbringer or anything. Another no challenge. A bad dog challenge where I do the event with epic or lower troops and a weapon you should have or can get right now. So, gonna do that here shortly, coming up in this video. So, anybody can use this team. You have access to pretty much all the troops, I'm pretty sure. They're all epic and under, at least. And I will be doing that deep in, like, using the last of my sigils with that team. So, not starting with it. Getting deep and then using that team with epic or lower troops. So, I think that's a pretty fun thing to do on these event videos, maybe going forward. Tried it on, like, I think the class video yesterday. But yeah. Anyway, I better start talking about this team here. I have Life and Death, Deep Huntsman, Arachnian Weaver, and Malcandessa. So, Malcandessa starts with full mana. She's empowered, so make sure you have her fully traded. Then she will transfer yellow into green, which our Arachnian Weaver and our Deep Huntsman both uses green. Hopefully you get that right off Jump Street, but if you don't, it's okay. Just get your Deep Huntsman up as soon as possible by taking green, and then go ahead and use the Deep Huntsman. The Deep Huntsman explodes like green or purple, 30 gems or something like that. You can get him down in the underworld, so pretty easy to get him. And so between the two of them, they are doing enough mana generation for your Life and Death and Arachnian Weaver to do really well in the early battles for sure. Both will one-shot early on, and then later on, like right there, you see the Life and Death didn't one-shot, but then the Arachnian Weaver cleans up, and when the Arachnian Weaver gets a kill, it explodes pretty much the whole board, which gets the Life and Death back up, and then, go from there. They're all bouncing off each other, so the Life and Death and the Arachnian Weaver are bouncing off each other, and then the Deep Huntsman and the Malcandessa are kind of bouncing off each other. Malcandessa gets up Deep Huntsman with empowered convert. Deep Huntsman explodes the whole board, gets everyone else up. And then the Life and Death and the Arachnian Weaver bounce off of each other. So Life and Death, cast that. Arachnian Weaver finishes them off, blows up the board because it gets the kill. Then Life and Death will pick off anything else that's left. It was working pretty well. I could see you using something different here. My class was, I think I went with a Purple Storm of a class that I did not have experience, that I needed experience. So not the ideal class, but if I'm doing these events, I'm getting class experience. So I'm picking a class that I don't have all the way to 100 just to do it, get that 2 experience while I go. So I was using Assassin, I think, which has a Purple Storm, which kind of worked out okay. And then the banner, The banner was double purple, green, minus red. So, and then the medals, I was using double Nisha and an Anu. Just the early battles, I just was trying to get up real quick. So, was using the Anu. But here is the bad dog challenge, as I've... Somebody come up with a better name for it, please. But the no, no, no. The no mythic, no legendary, no Dawnbringer, which Dawnbringer is just the weapon, any kind of weapon like that, really. Doomed weapons, Dawnbringer, any bougie weapon that is hard to get, Duskbringer. Here is the team. So we have Giant Spider at the bottom here. Transform a selected mana color to purple. Summon a Spider Swarm. We got Mang at the top. Tarantella, who is the raid boss, or captain, I mean. So you want to use whatever the troop is that they give you in the shop. That's the one you want to use. It's the captain. It does the most damage to the boss. You want to be using that troop during raids. Mang is another great thing to use during raids. It just goes well with those raid captain troops because it'll strip all their armor, it'll get a bunch of attack, and then your raid captain can finish off whatever you're stripping most of the time. So once again, as you can see, we have 2 damage dealers and 2 mana generators. That seems to be the theme of this video. But Mang with Titan, usually the way to go if you're a low-level player trying to complete these events. The raid captain, another staple in these events here. Usually those are the first 2 you want to start with, and then some mana generation after that, or another Tarantella would be okay as well. Then I have Tyree. Anybody can get Tyree. It's like a quest troop that you get super early in the game, so you definitely have Tyree. And then Giant Spider, I'm sure everyone has Giant Spider as well, which also has a summon. So if you happen to lose, you're hopefully not lose your Titan barriered hero there, you will get a Spider Swarm in as a summon. So also helps with your survivability there. And it's cool because it uses red as well, so if you lose your it won't really be blocking anybody as well. But yeah, the main thing with this team is you know, your Tiri gets up pretty quick, and then you want to cast it on red, and then you want to cast your Giant Spider after that. Try to cast your Giant Spider when you don't have your Tiri up. Like, I was always casting my Tiri before my Giant Spider. Tiri just destroys all gems of a color that you pick, and I picked red whenever I could, as long as it wasn't like 3 or 4 or 5 on the board, as long as there was more than like 7 or 8. Just because we want brown for our barrier. We want like purple. We want you know, to be able to convert with our Giant Spider, we got to think about that. And then Tarantella can one-shot the boss for most of the time. Eventually she can't though, so you want to do the little combo with your Mang and Tarantella. So eventually, once your Tarantella stops one-shotting, but you want to make sure you have your Tarantella fully ascended and fully traded and everything, so you can get as far as you know, as possible with one-shotting Zul'Goth. Because that's her main job, is just to kill Zul'Goth. Because otherwise she's pretty terrible. She doesn't really even do anything except for like extra damage versus webbed or something. So eventually the way it's going to go is you're going to cast Mang on the first troop. Or no, you're going to cast Mang on Zul'Goth, right? The armor that you strip from Zul'Goth, which is a ton if you look at it there, 153, will then be transferred into your attack. So then you're going to be looking for skulls after that. But also make sure you have your barrier by matching brown with your Titan, so it don't backfire. Then your Tarantella will finish off Zul'Goth, and then she's pretty much done from there. If she does anything else, it's like finishing off something that after you Mang it. But after that, you just want to Mang from top to bottom, because you're going to be sculling everything to death. So you want to Mang them from top to bottom, so you can use that. You can strip that armor and add it to your attack. But yeah, I'm using Titan with Bloodthirsty and the Dust Storm and all that, but pretty simple and was working really well. It was easy, and anybody can use this team. It's all epics and under, and a weapon you get with brown and red mastery. Super easy, and a troop you buy in the shop. So anyway, like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel. Comment below. Somebody become a member so we can get closer. We need 5 more still for that 6-hour live stream. And I'll see y'all next time. Community tab, EverQuest. Peace.